shrinking demographics, these countries will rapidly develop robotics and AI and technology. And if the promise, I didn't say it's going to happen, but if the promise of all that transforms productivity, which most of us think it will, we'll be able to elevate the standard of living of countries and the standard of living of individuals, even with shrinking populations.
Uber, Bitcoin, self-driving cars. Combine those three together, and you have the self-owning taxi. A car that is a corporation that owns itself, pays for the car lease, the car insurance, and the gasoline from the revenues it makes, giving passengers a ride, and there's not a single human involved in that matter.
What did I do with the debate the other night?
Oh, amazing.
He kicked that old broken down pile of crap.
Yeah.
It's a bad guy. He just quit, you know. He's quitting the race.
Is that right?
Yep, I got him out of the race. And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic.
It's so amazing.
Can't imagine. But can you imagine that guy dealing with Putin and the president of China, who's a fierce person? He's a fierce man, a very tough guy. And they see him, they can't. But they just announced he's probably quitting.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto taking a beating. But guys, when it's blood in the streets, you buy even if it's your own. If you take a look at CME, we have volume and we have open interest at a low. We know it's going to pick up. Remember, guys, the stock market is closed. And it's like clockwork. We get some of that liquidity. And then on top of it, guys, we know at the beginning of the month, normally starting on the 5th, they need Bitcoin as collateral. We move up anyway for the next few days. But of course, anytime that we pull back, there's always an excuse. Now it's Mt.Gox moving around money. But guys, we can see clearly that nothing has been sold yet. So we know the Fed is not going to say, I took your money. And we had over 295 million liquidated. But again, guys, do not allow these dips to scare you. I'm not your financial advisor, not financial advice. Please do your own research. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We had yield rates yesterday down. We had the dollar down. We had volume in crypto right now up, Tether, USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo at $425 billion. And we know they're keeping rates higher for longer to destroy this economy. Because in the background, we have the fourth industrial revolution rising. And we see AI and these digital assets taking over the media. And we clearly see small cap stocks are not doing anything. You only have a handful of companies on the stock market that are receiving all the money. And we know that's called manipulation. We have a handful of companies that own everything. We had Biden come out with the grocery executive order, and we know that's nothing but the Hegelian dialectic, just corporate greed, the illusion of choice. And when it comes to this legacy market, everything they're breaking up, we can clearly see technology as the solution because we're on the technology side. So just giving you an example, we have the taxis, then we have Uber and Lyft, break that up, and now you're going to see self-driving cars, AI robots take the place of the employees. And you can go to each sector and see how it was broken up with the new technology. Now you're going to see how they're going to replace AI robots and algorithms instead of human workers. And the same thing goes with 4th of July. I don't know where you were at, but everywhere I checked at, and a lot of these cities, a lot of these states, they're doing drone fireworks. And we know how the NWO works. Slowly bring the technology on to the people that they've already seen on television, but now it's in their reality. But the same way the C word brought in a lot of this technology, the next crisis is going to bring in the rest of the technology. And we hear the drums are beating, cyber attacks. Guys, we know there's a crisis around the corner. Get yourselves prepared. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Yesterday, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale were all down. And getting over into a little crypto news, we have Obel Labs forms industry group to push for decentralized validator technology. And we know that's definitely not going to happen. But of course, they're going to give us the illusion, but you're going to have the same players behind it. Now we have South Korean government unveils real-time monitoring for crypto fraud. And when it comes to crypto, it's all on blockchain. The only way you're hidden, of course, if you're using some type of privacy mechanism like mixers, but majority of this information is public. That's the whole point of the NWO wanting to move over to blockchain. So if a criminal is doing something, this is the last technology that they would want to use. Now we have BitMEX launches new meme coin basket index trading crypto market top 10 meme coins. And again, meme coins have pushed adoption because they're so cheap, like penny stocks. The retail investor can trade them, make a lot of money, and then also the hedge fund guys can pump and dump. And lastly, we have Justin Sun tries to pull off a Tim Draper. Justin Sun says he's willing to negotiate with the government to purchase all the Bitcoin off market in order to minimize the impact on the market. And we know the only thing he wants is that cheap Bitcoin. If you don't want to manipulate markets, let that Bitcoin hit the market and let the market decide which way we move. But we know that's not how things work. All markets are rigged. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip. of the 3 books, there's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.